どうも、モアイです。ダンジョンズ3やっていきたいと思います。一回プレイしておりますので、多少知識はございます。やっていきたいと思います。
A long, long time ago, the absolute evil had, in the famous predecessor to this game, subjugated the known world and defeated good. Now, in a world full of blackness and despair, it spent its days sipping cocktails from the skulls of its enemies and forging new plans over a grilled unicorn kebab. Unfortunately, there wasn't much left to forge. A few orc wedges, the occasional trick played on the little snots. There just wasn't anything left to conquer. As the weeks and months passed, the absolute evil grew ever more reticent and seclusive. From time to time, one could hear a slight murmur from the depressed evil's secret laboratory in the depths of the dungeon. Its creatures grew more worried with each passing day, and even started to miss its ingenious evil tricks. It was a somewhat confusing time for them. No beatings, no torture, and no being sent to a senseless death. On the other hand, it was a rather nice change. Eons passed, and the unicorn supply dwindled until suddenly, one wonderful day, the evil genius evil joyfully burst from its secret laboratory. It finally had a new goal. An unknown continent, as often found in sequels, lay to the east, sheltered from the wicked evil by naught but a puny little ocean. It immediately had a fleet built. This was so powerful that it covered the horizon from north to south and was manned by the best and most powerful creatures at the devious evil's command. The fleet set sail for the crossing to this new continent, left the harbor, and sank. Yet that mattered naught to the couldn't give a hoot about its minions' evil. It instructed its goblins and little snots to design an even more powerful fleet. These new ships were gigantic. Loaded with devious evil's second-best creatures, the fleet set out. And that sank as well. The annoyed evil saved his relentless anger towards the shipbuilders for later. Obviously, it would have to take care of the matter itself. With a sigh, it cast a spell and created a shadow of itself, a creature of absolute darkness and evilness. This shadow flew across the water towards the east. There, it would find a vessel, a corruptible being that would subjugate this land in the name of evil, and the shadow had the perfect target in mind. The great paladin Tanos, hero of the totally Eastern Kingdoms and a repugnantly good fellow. He was visiting the fatiguing library in Tristram with his comrades to see his foster daughter Talia.
Well now, Talia, tell me about your studies. Are you making progress with the writings of the ancient sages?
Yes, dear father, I have thoroughly digested it and have come a step closer to the good. The desire within me to do evil is defeated.
Really? Excellent. I am proud of you, my child. Continue to concentrate on your studies. I must go to Stormbreeze to clear up a few matters. I'll be back soon. In the meantime, my loyal friend Grimly will protect the country. Should anything trouble you, you can turn to him. Isn't that right, Grimly?
Aye, of course, Tanos. I'll keep an eye on the damned elf. Your daughter. You can count on me.
Then I'll see you soon, my friends. May the goddess watch over you, and the light burn eternally.
Bon voyage, dear father. I'll make you so proud of me. Who does good is good.
Yuck. Disgusting phrases like that always leave such a nasty taste in my mouth. These abnormally good heroes, on the other hand, had no inkling of the malignity gathered to the south. One moment a herd of sheep was peacefully grazing, and the next moment, whumph! With a fulminant explosive effect that ate up half our special effects budget, the shadow entered the world. His target, a dark elf caught between good and evil, was very close. As the shadow of the unspeakably evil moved through the world, all around it died. Plants withered. Animals perished. Sort of like a picnic with my family.
というわけで分身体というか悪の分身体というか影というかが都合よく見つかった大陸かなんかに着きましたと。でターゲットのさっきのダークエルフの女の子に取り付くためにちょっと移動をしていきますみたいな感じですね。正直ここはなんかチュートリアルみたいな感じですね。右クリで移動だよ的な。
The shadow of the far-off evil found itself very, very close to Twistram. It could practically feel its target's presence.
Take these lanterns, men, and let the light of the goddess shine. For the night is dark and full of terrors. And there's a pile of horse poo around here somewhere. I trod in it earlier. For the darkness! I mean, for the light! Sorry, I'm still in training.
Yes, well, that is somewhat suboptimal. Naturally, the shadow of the almighty evil was an incredibly powerful creature. But, well, light was a bit of an issue. It would certainly be wise to stay out of the lantern light.
あらあら。
The shadow reached the entrance to Twistram. Fortunately, this one was not closed, but it was brightly lit. Luckily, there was an unfortunate guard on patrol that the shadow was able to possess, thanks to its incredible powers. As long as it wasn't in the light.
お、あれ？乗り移る。あれ？あれ？ボタンがわかんねえ。こうか。
The shadow of absolute evil melded with the guard and took control of his body. Thus, it was able to pass through the gate with ease.
乗り移ってれば光も大丈夫と。
What was that? I think there was something wrong with that last beer.
Unfortunately, the shadow's possession only lasted a short while before the guard was able to free himself. Still, it was long enough to get past the gate.
ああ、憑依は短時間しか続かないんですね。なるほど。
The shadow's target was close, so close. Talia, the dark elf. Soon she would fight on the side of evil.
悪い笑い方。
May the goddess be with you, my friends. It will soon be time to open the orphanage in the fatiguing library. Come to the big square and join in the festivities.
Well, I don't know. I had actually kind of planned to spend the evening in the bathhouse.
Friends, this orphanage is very important to my father. Tanos, you know, the mighty paladin, the one you really don't want to offend.
Yeah, all right, we'd love to come.
Excellent! May the light of the goddess shine upon you, and let us experience this exhilarating spectacle in the big square together. Follow me, my friends, for evil, the light, I mean. Keep the light burning bright, for the night is dark and full of terrors or errors or something like that.
ほうほうほう。まあ、ちょっと説明してなかったですけど、このゲームは悪の側に立って ダンジョンを経営しながら、あれ、地上を征服するみたいなことをするゲームですね。あれ、なんか来たな。早く行って。ここで待機するのかな。よいしょ。なんか魔法ガン打ちしてるな。練習してるのか。よいしょ。ひょーい。ああ、ボタン間違えた。ひょーい。
And I am used to the cold, dark tunnels under the mountains. I have no need of any stupid.
行けるとこまで行こう。結構行けるな。ああ、抜けちゃった。
In the distance, one could hear the unbearably good bells of a church. They must be marking the opening of the orphanage in the fatiguing library. Heroes with lanterns began to stream in that direction. The crossing on a red signal evil shadow swore, or would have if it had a mouth, and tried to avoid the lanterns as much as possible.
あ、危ね。あれか、戻ってくるパターンか、あいつ。あ、立ち止まるのね、話し込んで。なるほど。今のうちだ。
Finally, the time had come, and the shadow of the passes in the slowly.
My dear father would be very proud were he with us today. He would be overjoyed to see us give the young and the needy a place to live and thrive. That's why I'm happy to take this orphanage and destroy it utterly, and all of you with it.
What did she say?
Die! I feel the power within me. Oh, it's over
9000を超えたか。なんだそれ。
Unimagined powers surfaced in Talia. The black magic of the Dark Elves. She immediately began to unleash these powers of chaos upon the world. The Dark Elf raged through Twistrom's inexperienced guards. She thereby built up a tremendous inner energy, which she released into the world as a focus beam, while screaming, Kamehameha! Meanwhile, in the fatiguing library, they waited eagerly with coffee and cake for Talia to show up and open the new orphanage. The energy beam hit the cake with a resounding zap and reduced it to ashes. Oh yes, and the rest of the building and everyone inside it as well. The narcissistic evil patted itself on the shoulder for this. Or it would have, but the metal armor always made such a terrible clunking noise when it tried. But then again, that's what little snots are for. Obviously, the Dispatch Shadow had found a perfect vessel in the Dark Elf. Talia had already earned the title of Employee of the Month, with the utter destruction of the fatiguing library, as well as half of Twistrom. The destruction of an orphanage and the bombardment of innocent citizens with magic missiles immediately made her the minion-wasting evil's new favorite henchperson. Her evil deeds complete, Talia withdrew into the vaults beneath the ruins of the fatiguing library. There, between the slaughterhouse and Mad Archbishop Lazarus's apartments, she prepared to create something powerful in the name of the absolutely ultimately evil. A dungeon heart, the cornerstone of any dungeon's power. Far away, Paladin of Light and Talia's former mentor, Tanos, was on his way to the Empire's capital of Stormbreeze. Naive and trusting as he was whistling cheerfully to himself, with no inkling of his foster daughter's dark deeds. Though he was aware that as a dark elf, she always had a core of evil in her. He had hoped to defeat it through religious indoctrination with ancient mad writings. Well, old bean, you thought wrong. Everything has an end. It was time. After her training, Talia was the shadow of absolute Twistram in ruins. Twistram looked like the leftovers from a heavy metal concert.
What?
Heavy metal
What have I
concert.
done? Oh no! I've fallen to evil again. Father will be beside himself. He was right when he said, you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Although, in a way, it was fun to be evil. Burning things, pillaging, and showing those nasty goody two-shoes where the hammer hangs. They just look down at me anyway. My revenge will be terrible.
While Talia was delivering a typical villainous monologue, something happened around her. From the depths arose a pulsating crystal, filled with the magic-savvy evil's power. A dungeon heart. Not to be confused with those dungeon hearts from other games. We don't want to be sued again.
Hello, greetings. What seems to be your boggle?
Secret mental messages were exchanged between Talia and the mentally savvy evil's crystal. We could explain this in detail at this point, but that would require a 3-hour monologue on my part, and I am definitely not being paid enough for that.
Right then. I will make these people suffer for mocking me. Father's henchmen never liked me anyway, and always insulted me, calling me pointy-eared. It's time for my well-deserved revenge!
The game logic internalizing evil had given Talia an assignment. Out there on the surface were shamelessly good places in urgent need of destruction.
Nah, no problem. I'll take care of it. I and an evil army.
Naturally, the strategically well-versed evil did not send its new general into battle alone. A dungeon had to be built, and creatures hired to provide her with a powerful army. Of course, the sophisticatedly thinking evil already knew which way the wind blew in a dungeon. However, should it be hit by short-term memory loss, it could effortlessly look up things in the fabulous almanac.
というわけで、ここのまず地下をダンジョンにしていくわけですね。最初は
The absolute evil's little snots had dug out a new room.
敵も強くないし、チュートリアル的な感じですけどね。こんな感じでドラッグしたりすると、このチビってやつがですね、掘ってくれます。そうそう、こんな感じで。
The new improved research menu TM was now available.
ここ金じゃなかったのか。よいしょ。よいしょ。よいしょ。で、何すんだっけ。とりあえず入り口付近は掘りたいから、ツイストラム、地上ですね、の残りの警備の建物を破壊しましょう。全の領域を征服してください。要は地上のものを壊して ね、征服すりゃいいって話ですね。よいしょ。この辺なんか金がいっぱいありますね。何すんだっけな。とりあえずこの辺もなんかありそうだからほっといて、あ、そうそうそうそう、このゲームで大事なのが、金庫っていうのをこういうところに作ってあげます。よいしょ。もうちょっと広くしようか。金庫 1,2,3,4 5×5 ぐらいにしたい。2,3,4,5 1,2,3,4 5。で、ここも金庫。そうそう。掘っておくれ。このゲーム掘らないと始まらないからね。ですね、このちょっと緑色のこれはね、あんまり今触れない方がいいので、ちょっとほっときます。まあいっか、掘っても。あ、そう、ペイデイって今音が流れたと思うんですけど、この子たちを働かせるにはですね、給料が必要で、この金脈っていうのからね、お金を生み出さなきゃいけないんですよ。よいしょ。よいしょ。よいしょ。
Spiders have spread throughout the underground.
おお、スパイダーどこ？ああ、ここね。これね、こういう敵がたまにダンジョン内に出てくることがあります。まあ、ちょっとタイミング見て掘りましょう。これ多分金貨ある。あれない。んで、よいしょ。
Lead me to the battle.
違う違う違う違う違う違う違う違う違う違う。何がしたいかっていうと、クリーチャーを
The new improved research menu TM opened and gave an overview of currently available technologies. At the moment, the selection was still limited, but that would change. After all, this evil crusade had only just begun.
まあ何かしらの条件で、こういう研究開発みたいなのしていけます。今この辺何もないですけど、後々開放されていきます。で、まず必要なのがこの隠れ家っていうのを研究します。そうするとオークとゴブリン系、あとナーガですね、この子たちが暮らせる部屋を作れるようになります。で、あとはこれはタリア主人公本人ですねの強化ができます。で、この七面鳥農場っていうのも大事で、まあ働く人たちのご飯ですね、これも必要です。でもってこのチビたちはいくらでも必要なので、とにかく研究できるだけ研究しておきます。で、おいしょおいしょ、掘り進めつつ、よいしょ。 掘り進めつつ、さっき解放
Your
し
little
た。
snots have uncovered a dragon's nest.
おー、ドラゴンのスーツついちゃった。これはちょっとやばいな。今回とりあえず
Hopefully,
入
no
り
one
口
has
が、
arachnophobia. A spider nest has been discovered.
もうクモの巣また出てきた。で、とりあえず入り口の近くにめんどくさいので、ちょっと部屋を作っちゃいましょうか。こんなもんかな。で、お金があるので、この穴を掘ってくれる子たちをひたすら雇いますと。でもってさっき研究したので、この隠れ家っていうのを作れるようになってますと。それをここに作っていきます。よいしょ。よいしょ。隠れ家を作るのもこのチビたちがやってくれますね。うん、できました。そうすると、で、そうだ、この隠れ家とか、こう各部屋はこの入り口がちゃんと1個になってないと、1マスになってないと、で、入り口が1マスになってないと、この効率っていうのが下がったりします。んでもって、この軍隊っていうのができました。違う、ここじゃない。クリーチャーっていうところですね。ここで新しく雇うことができます。はい。まあちょっとあれなんですけど、正直多くだけいればいいかな。今回は。うん。というわけで2で、そう、このね 2×2 マス分の自分たちのベッドみたいなのが必要になるんですよね。よいしょ。で、あれか。研究が進んでないからクリーチャーが雇えない系ですね。さらに多くのクリーチャー。もう2個ぐらい増やしましょうか。はい。
Payday.
これで6体ですね。で、もうあと3体ぐらいこのステージクリアするの欲しいので、こんだけマスをちょっと作っておきます。で、こんだけいます、クリーチャーが。で、この子たちを全部掴んで、ちょっと戦闘の練習っていうことで、このクモたちとぶつけてみましょうか。はい、こんな感じで戦ってくれます。ちょっと一瞬だったんであれですけど、おーっと、余計なところを削ってしまうところだった。で、この子たちのために、農場が必要です。農場。牧場っていうのかな。こんぐらいあればいいかな、今回は。もうちょっとだけ。そんでもって、掘ってる間に、このね、出入り口にポイってみんなをやると、外の世界に行けますと。で、外の世界に行ってやるべきことはですね、こっちが外の世界のマップなんですけど、こういうね、なんかね、石像があるところ、こういうところをちょっと潰していきます。そうすると、何が起こるかというと、このね、この 邪悪さっていうのが溜まっていくんですね。
Blinding beams of light met the dauntless evil's creatures. They briefly squinted at the disgusting brightness. Finally, they grinned,
よ
satisfied.
いしょ。
At last, they were able to carry the battle to the good people and were not limited to protecting themselves in a dungeon, as is the case with other representatives of the genre.
Follow me, sons of Rohan. I mean, my.
結構いるな。
What is going on here? I feel a disturbance in the force.
The deeds of the conspicuous evil and its henchmen had
やばい
not gone
HP が
unnoticed.
まあいい
As a
か。
matter of fact,
まあまあまあ
even a
このステージは
blind
適当に
man
やって
could
も
see the
大丈夫でし
destruction
ょう。
they left behind them. As idiotic heroes do, they sent out a small patrol to scout the area.
Move out, men. Have a look around and report back to me. While I would love to accompany you myself, I'm currently teaching myself to
進
play
め
the
たい
ukulele.
んですけど、本当はここに行きたいんだよな。あ、ここから行けんのかな。ここから行けるな。まずはこの邪悪さがないとね、もうどうしようもないよ。あ、でこれね、この司祭っていうのが回復キャラだから最初にね、倒しておくといいんです。
The armies of evil reached one of those disgustingly good places that had survived the destruction of Twistram. The ice-cold hand, I mean evil, would deal with it immediately.
で、よいしょ。はい、どんどん倒していきます。よいしょ。
Ouch! Ouch!
おっとっとっとっと。ちなみにタリアは死んでも復活します。主人公が死ぬのがゲームオーバーじゃなくて、ダンジョンの中央にあるなんか赤いクリスタルみたいなやつが壊されると負けです。
The little town of Good
はい。
was destroyed and turned into a hotbed of evilness.
これで
Cracks formed on the surface, and something, guess, evil
おっとっとっとっ
rose
と。
from the depths. This evilness,
お、なん
in a
か石
practical
壊せるんだ。
spherical
へえ。
form, was the sweet lifeblood which flowed through the personified evil's veins. It stimulated the armies of evil and swelled their power. All this lofty blah blah without any impact on the game aside, it was another resource primarily or exclusively used for more powerful research. Delicious evilness flowed into the dungeon heart and filled it with power. New research was thus made available, which would help the dungeon to even greater power. The impatient evil immediately began to research something.
おー、ダンジョン壊されてる。そろそろ戻っちゅうちゅうちゅうちゅう。こんなんがしたいんじゃない。
Defend the dungeon heart.
はい。
Ouch! Ouch!
で、君たちは休んでねえで
Thanos must die!
戦いなさい。こうやってね、ダンジョンにも勇者がやってくるので、戦力を全部割いてると大変なことになります。で、
It's payday.
ここね。で、研究。まあちょっとサクッとクリアして、まあいっか。で、あ、そうそう。で、研究で邪悪さが手に入ったので、このナーガっていうキャラが作れるようになります。邪悪さを100使って研究
The
しま
progress
す。
addicted evil had unlocked some new research and immediately set about trying it out.
でそうすると、これですね、ナーガ。これが新しく作れるようになります。あと2体作りたいけど、研究で、クリーチャーの上限ですね、が7なので、あと2体欲しいので、2体分研究して、よいしょ。 よいしょ。これで OK ですね。でここを掘ってたところ農場にしましょうか。よいしょ。でダンジョンを守る子たちが欲しいので4体ぐらいでいいかな。1、2、おう。4体分ぐらい、ちょっと。作りたいと思います。ダンジョン守る子たち用ですね。ただ邪悪さがちょっと足りないので外の世界に行って邪悪さをもっと貯めれるようにします。さてまあみんな回復しきってないけど、まあこの新しく研究したこのナーガっていうのがですね、回復をしてくれます。ほっとくとほらこうやって素晴らしいでしょ。ちょっと待って、なんかストライキしてる。ストライキしてるからちょっと一回返してあげようか。ごめんね。一回返してあげよう。ごめんよ、ほんと。そうそう、こうやって農場でね、こうやって鳥が生まれるんですけど、これをみんなが食います。よいしょ。150ちょっと足りないですね。よいしょ。さてこの間にちょっと掘り進めますか。ドラゴンがいる。雲がいる。よいしょ。なんかすごい金がいっぱいありますね。
Hopefully no one has arachnophobia. A spider nest has been discovered.
よいしょ。よいしょ。はい。で、研究が進んだので、1匹増やして、よいしょ。まあ、戦闘用にこの子。この子はね、今はまだいらないんですよね。なので、よいしょ。君は護衛ね。オルグシ。ごめんなさい。ごめん、違う、殴るつもりはなかった。君はね、オルグ氏は防衛部隊ね。というわけで、そろそろ、あれ？どうやって使うんだっけ？あれ？タリアつかめない。なんでだろう。とりあえずオルグシ以外掴んで、タリア外にいたんだ。ごめんね。さっきのこっちですね。こっちのルート行きましょうか。
It's payday.
はい。で、司祭から攻撃していくのがもう上等手段ですね。はい。で、回復タイムをちょっと取ります。なんか回復することでも経験値がたまるので、あ、そうそう、レベルがね、この1とか2とか、これ経験値です。戦闘させたり、なんか特有のことをしていくと、まあちょっと強くなってきますね。おいしょ、おいしょ。なんか拷問器具みたいになってますね。よいしょ、司祭からやっていきましょうね。あれ、まあいっか。こんだけ数いれば負けることはない。
Bye bye, baby!
はい。どんどん行きましょうね。あ、で、邪悪さ貯めるところが下にある？こっち？どこ経由すればいけるだろう。
Goddess of light! What happened here? The whole city is in ruins. I drank a beer right over there just yesterday.
こっちか。
There are enemies in your dungeon.
お、ダンジョンに誰か入ってきましたね。よいしょ。というわけで、新しくクリーチャーを雇いたい。はい、この子たちが防衛部隊です。よいしょ。で、違うね。私が行きたいのはここなんだよ。おっとっとっとっとっとっとっとっとっとっとっとっとっと、無視しない。はい、で、ここに行きたい。あ、ここ最初行ったとこですね。よいしょよいしょよいしょよいしょよいしょ。まあ序盤なのに敵はだいぶ弱いですね。普通こんなに突っ込んだら死にます。後半は。よいしょ。来ました、神殿。
The second island of the good was mercilessly overrun by the strategically savvy evil's hordes and turned into an evil island.
邪悪さが溜まった
More of
の
that
で、
exquisite evilness would be bubbling to the surface.
あともう一匹雇えるようになりま
Even
し
better
た。
than in Dungeons
というわ
2.
けで、
Not that I'm out to plug it or its
よい
fantastic
しょ。
add-on or
あ
anything
ー、
like
間違え
that.
たけどいっか。大丈夫でしょ。よいしょ。お家にいる子たちはね、防衛に当たっていただくことにしたいと思います。で、防衛に当たるだけじゃなくて、よいしょよいしょよいしょ。もう一匹どこ行った？ あれもう一匹どこ行った？あ、ここか。よいしょ。雲とかドラゴンとかが出てるっぽいので、それをどうにかしたいですね。あ、頑張れ。頑張れ。これね、素晴らしいものがあるんですよ。この赤い石みたいな、これ最高です。永遠に金貨が取れるっていうね、素晴らしいものです。はい、ここに金庫作ります。
It's payday.
よいしょ。これでもうお金的なところは安心ですね。で、この警備部隊3人は、残りのここの雲ですね。よいしょ。ここの雲と、このドラゴン勝てるかな。ドラゴン基本強いんですけど。
staggering pony tavern? By the goddess, I won't be getting any more roast pork there.
まあ勝てそうですね。おお。
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
お、なんか戦ってくれてますね、勝手に。敵がちょっとずつ強くなってる感がある。あ、そう、だんだん侵入してくる敵が強くなっていきます、このゲーム。すごい金脈。でもまあいらないんだよな、もう。これぐらいにしといて、ここを金庫にします。よいしょ。よいしょ。よいしょ。よいしょ。よいしょ。で、まあ、外の舞台の方に戻りましょうか。で、こっち進めばいいのかな。
Huh? The armies of evil here? Damn it all, how did that happen? Time to call out the heavy guns. Right then, get ready to attack in waves.
してる場合じゃないんだよな。
Excuse me, sir. Wouldn't it make more sense if we attacked all at once? Where's the fun in that? Wave after wave, that's a strategy for real men.
Thanks to the enemy's limited tactical finesse, their destruction was virtually unavoidable. So it was time to decorate for the victory celebration, to get the beer and hire the orc dancers.
こういうね、
Okay, maybe
この青いびっくりマークのところがこういう拠点になってて、勇者無限脇ポイントですね。これを潰しておかないとどんどんダンジョンに敵が入ってくるっていう感じですね。今こっち敵いるけど用がないから上行きますか。 ちょっと研究で、このタリアを強くするとね、めっちゃ強いんですよ。よいしょ。あ、そうそう、このね、影を召喚できるようになったりするんで。結果、タリア強化めっちゃ強いっていうゲームですね。残念ながら。他にも魔法、使える魔法をね、増やしたりいろいろできるんですけど、まあまあまあ、最初版はね、こんな感じで。
Hasta la vista, baby.
おお。
We have conquered the last layer of good. Good is more or less destroyed. Ha!
え、ここどうやって行ったらいいんだ？
In fact, the
本当
drooling
に近
evil
くの
had
こ
claimed
っちから
all the
行
evilness
き
in
ましょう
these
か。
lands. Taking the rest of the camps would be a cakewalk, easy as stealing candy from a baby. Candy from a baby? Simple? My ass. Ever tried it? The screaming and crying and fetching their parents and family as reinforcements, and those little beasts bite pretty damn hard. Not that I have any personal experience, of course.
The ultimate, chaotic, absolute, whatever evil will be happy. I am. Father is gonna be so angry. Do you really know what you're doing?
よいしょ。
You wanted to be good. You had dedicated
から行けばいい
yourself
の
to
か。
the light.
それでもうクリアです
Stop
ね。
and really think about your deeds.
Can you please just stop with the go-on
こっち
thing?
なんか入って
We
きてま
already
す
had
ね。
too many Lord of the Rings gags in the last two games. Enough is enough.
あ、ちゃんと戦ってくれてますね。
Shut it, good me.
大丈夫そう。というわけで、ここかな。ラスト。
He's not gonna get up.
よいしょ。これでクリアかな。
Talia and the destructive evil's army had succeeded in destroying Twistram and the surrounding area. Good no longer existed in this land.
まあこんな感じで、
What? What the hell happened here?
Apparently, not quite
こん
all
な
of the
感じ
good
で、
guys
ダ
were
ンジョンを
defeated.
作ってダンジョンを守りつつ地上を征服していくっていうゲームですね。まあ今回は最初のステージなので、簡単な感じでしたけれども、クリーチャーの種類も増えていったりとか、ダンジョンに罠を設置したりもできるようになってくるので、こうご期待でございます。
Ooh, good. Then all the best, brave warriors, and stop them! Right! I'm out of here.
With a plop, Talia dissipated and disappeared to a faraway and safe place. The rest of the sacrificing evil's creatures looked astonished as their general fled, but only for a moment, as they already found themselves facing an unpleasant army of good.
This is the work of that damn pointy-eared wench. I always warned Thanos that those miserable dark elves couldn't be trusted. Criminals, the lot of them. But enough is enough. I'm going to find that shifty wench and use her ears as bookmarks.
はい、というわけで今回はこれで終わりにしたいと思います。ご視聴ありがとうございました。また見てください。もあいでした。バイバイ。